Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ardya Vinky Divasthi. I'm a student of International Accounting major in University of Tanjungpura. And right now, I'm going to present you about analysis on external macro and micro environment of Dunkin's Donut Company in order to fulfill the midterm test of strategic management. Before we move forward, I'm going to give you an overview of Dunkin's Donut Company. So, Dunkin' Donut is an American multinational coffee and donut company as well as a quick service restaurant. It was founded by William Rosenberg in Quincy, Massachusetts in 1950 and signed its first franchise agreement in 1955. Dunkin' Donut is Americans' favorite all-day, everyday stop for coffee and baked goods. It is a market leader in the hot and iced regular coffee, donut, bagel, and muffin categories. This company has earned a number one ranking for customer loyalty in the coffee category by Brandcase for 14 years running. And right now, the company has more than 12,600 restaurants in 4 countries all over the world. Now let's come to the analysis. Actually, we can analyze the environment that impact a company into two parts, such as external and internal environment. But right now, I'm going to explain only about the external factor which separated into two parts, such as macro and micro environment. Micro environment consists of pastel analysis, which is political, economic, social, technology, environmental, and also legal factors. While microenvironment, I'm going to use Porter 5 force analysis model which consists of potential of new competitors, threats of substitute products, competitive rivalry, bargaining powers of consumers, and also bargaining powers of supplies. First, I'm going to explain about the microenvironmental analysis. And the first is political factors. In managing the activities of an organization or a company, a manager might not ignore the political factors, government regulations, and the consequence or impact on the government in making decisions. The achieved success in such a dynamic restaurant industry across various countries is to diversify the systematic risk of political environment. Dunkin' Donut is a big brand who's having several retail outlets spread across the world. It is said that if you make government happy, then government will make you happy also. So Dunkin's Donuts spend millions of dollars for lobbying with the government to create the positive image of the company. Dunkin' Donut is also alleged to have donated a huge amount to Democrats during recent election. Next is the economic factors. Economic factors that Dunkin' Brands Group should consider while conducting pastel analysis are type of economic system in countries of operation and what type of economic system there is and how stable it is, government intervention in the free market and related services, exchange rates and stability of host country currency, and etc. From an economic factors, Dunkin' Donuts created the concept of a franchise, namely an agreement to purchase the right to sell products and services from the business owner. The content of the agreement is that the franchisor will provide assistance in producing, operating, and managing. Of course, with the economic system, business expansion will accelerate with relatively low capital as well as the formation of economic strain in the distribution network and highly motivated outlet owners because it involves investment returns and business profits. The next is social and cultural factor. Society's culture and way of doing things impact the culture of an organization in an environment. Shared beliefs and attitudes of the population play a great role in how marketers at Dunkin' Brands Group will understand the consumers of given market and how they design the marketing message for restaurant industry consumers. Dunkin' Donuts thrives of reaching out to societies and people looking to celebrate the occasion. Companies are repeatedly changed the eating preferences of the consumer by making them consume more snacks and ready-to-eat foods. In, devel- in developing countries like China and India, where 20 years back only traditional food were considered good, are changing their preferences rapidly and now they more and more consuming snack and fast food. India provides a great opportunity for the company as 60% of the population of India, which is roughly around whopping 70 score, is under age of 35 years. Dunkin' Donut Company can easily wow this age group by introducing different products specifically catering to their preferences. And the next is technological factors. This factor is very important because nowadays technology has become a competitive advantage. Over the last 5 years, the industry has been transforming really fast, not even giving chance to established players to cope with the changes. Dunkin' Donut is a frontrunner in technological advancement. In a move which will benefit the company in a significant way, it has entered into the multi-year contract with Card-Free Incorporation, under which the company will get perpetual license to card-free software that has been used to build and operate the quick-service restaurant chain mobile ordering and payment platform. The company is also testing Dunkin' Donut Innovation Lab, where it is testing out the products like self-serve cold brew taps, order pickup lockers, brand new espresso machine, and focus on mobile ordering and pickup. Using a high technology machines in making coffee will help to improve the quality of it, and this equipment may require a huge investment, but it's worth it for the fact it helps a long-term turnover. The next is environmental factors. According to International Coffee Organization, the companies operating the coffee houses specifically, and in the fast food industry in general, committed to take this regulation seriously. Several actions took in place, such as the first is minimizing their waste by recycling paper and using used packaging that are in a good condition. And the next is, moreover, they should reduce their emission by supplying their raw materials from local suppliers and avoid foreign ones because it will reduce carbon emission. Dunkin' Donut is vigorously making great strides to make the environment more sustainable. It has planned to phase out polystyrene foam cups from 2018 to completely eliminate it from its supply chain by 2020. The company is now using the double wall paper cups, which is more environment friendly and cost effective. The company also has transitioned completely to bagel bags made with 100% recycled paper, which can save up to 20 million pounds of paper every year. And the last is legal factors. Dunkin' Donuts needs to focus on whether the countries in which it wants to operate give protection to intellectual property rights or not. If the country doesn't protect the intellectual property rights, then the company can lose a lot of money to the company who just copy its model and any trademark and patents. In addition, especially in Indonesia, thing that must be done before investing is Dunkin' Donut must comply with the law in Indonesia, which is Law Number 1 of 1967 about concerning investment. And we move forward to microenvironment analysis. External microenvironment is a set of threats from new business, suppliers, buyers, substitute products, and the intensity of competition among competitors that directly affect the firm and its competitive action and responses. To support this microenvironment analysis, I use Porter's 5 force analysis to make it more understandable and make it easier. Okay, let's jump to the Porter's 5 force analysis. Porter's 5 force analysis consists of 5 factors. The first one is bargaining powers of buyers, bargaining powers of suppliers, threats of new entrants, threats of new substitutes, and the last is industry rivalry. The first one that I'm going to explain is threats of new entrants. New entrants in restaurant brings innovation, new ways of doing things, and put pressure on Dunkin brands group through lower pricing strategy, reducing costs, and providing new value propositions to the consumer. The things that Dunkin's do not have been done is the first one is innovating new products and services. The second one is building economies of a scale so that it can lower the fixed cost per unit. And the last is Dunkin' Donut also building capacities and spending money on research and development. The next one is bargaining power of supplies. Almost of the company in the restaurant industry buy their raw material from numerous suppliers. Suppliers in dominant position can decrease the margins of Dunkin's Donut Group, which can earn in the market. This is how Dunkin' Donuts can tackle bargaining powers of the suppliers. The first one is by building efficient supply chain with multiple suppliers. The second is by experimenting with product designs using different materials so that if the price go up of one raw material, then company can shift to another. And the third is developing dedicated suppliers whose business depend upon the firm. Okay, the next is bargaining powers of buyers. Buyers are often a demanding lot. They want to buy the best offering available by paying the minimum price as possible. This put pressures on Dunkin' Donuts in profitability in the long run. The smaller and the more powerful the customer base is of Dunkin' Donuts, the higher the bargaining powers of the customers and the higher their ability to seek increasing discounts and offers. This is what Dunkins have done. The first one is by building a large base of customers. This will be helpful in two ways. It will reduce the bargaining power of the buyers, plus it will provide an opportunity to the firm to streamline its sales and production process. The second one is Dunkin' Donut is rapidly innovating new products. Customers often seek discount and offering on established products. So if Dunkin' keep on coming up with new products, they can limit the bargaining power of buyers. The third is new products will also reduce the defection of existing customers of Dunkin' Donuts Group to its competitors. The next one is threats of substitute products or services. The threat of a substitute product or service is high if it offers a value proposition that is uniquely different from present offering of the industry. And the things that be done have been done by Dunkin' Donut is the first is by being service oriented rather than just product oriented. The second one is Dunkin' Donut understanding the core need of the consumer rather than what customer is paying. And the third is Dunkin' Donut increasing the switching cost for the customer. And we move forward to the last, which is rivalry among the existing competitors. If the rivalry among the existing players is an industry is intense, then it will drive down prices and decrease the overall profitability of the industry. Dunkin' Donut operates in every competitive restaurant industry. This competition does take toll on the overall long-term profitability of the organization. Below is the things that have been done by Dunkin' Donuts, which is the first by building a sustainable differentiation. The second is by building scale so that it can compete better. And the last is Dunkin' collaborating with the competitors to increase the market size rather than just competing for a smaller market. Okay, that's all about the analysis of external macro and micro of Dunkin's Donut Company. Hope you enjoy it, guys. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Ardya Vinky Divasthi. I'm a student